Smile Doctors in Vincennes. And now we have a new friend. Dr. John, thank you so much for joining me here at Good Day Live.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, and thank you for letting me hang out with you. I feel like at the end of all of this, maybe I feel like I'm a part of the family. Maybe
Hey,
I can put on the cool glasses. I don't know if I'm certified yet to give healthy smiles.
It's certified, and we've even got pom-poms over in the corner that we can have you do some stunts and some splits and all that.
Now, I can do that. I can't create the happy smile, maybe if I do a split or two. But
there you go.
Anywho, let's just jump in and talk about the importance of a healthy smile. You've been in the business for how long?
I've been doing orthodontics for 25 years.
So you have seen quite a few smiles, we'll say.
Yes.
So why is it important that people, in your opinion, take that time to come into a Smile Doctors to create that beautiful smile?
Well, one of the things when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do is I always like to laugh, have fun, and I want to make sure that everybody has fun, has a great smile. And so creating smiles is part of it. It's one of those opportunities where you can be an artist and kind of tweak things to make things look better and give people, you know, what they've always wanted, a great smile, improve their self-esteem, give them confidence, and, you know, let them have something that's tangible, that's easy to create.
I'm glad that you said to give that confidence, because that's exactly what it is. You know, when you have that perfect smile, or if you feel like you have it, your shoulders go back, your head goes up. I feel like you can conquer almost anything just by having a winning smile. So what is it like being a part of this great team? Because you're one of the Smile Doctors.
Yes.
So what is that like, being a part of this family?
Well, the nice part about being part of Smile Doctors is I'm just one piece of the big puzzle. And we've got great people who meet the families as they come in, make them feel welcome. I've got a great team of ladies who help us get started with each of the patients, get to know them, kind of what they want, what they're looking for in their smile. I come in and just kind of do the educated part of, you know, what I went to school for, of how can we get to what they want and make sure it's a better smile, it's a functional smile, it's aesthetically pleasing. And then once we work up a treatment plan, I've got a great team of clinicians here who help me so that we can deliver that to each and every one of the kids. And we try to do it efficiently and make appointments kind of short and quick as we can so that they're not spending, you know, half a day here. But you know, over the course of a year or so, sometimes a year and a half or two, getting that smile that they can then, you know, get their braces off or finish Invisalign and have that smile that they've been looking for.
Talk about a little bit the education for a second. What would you want people to know as they walk through the door, before they even walk through the doors, before they even see you? Should there be certain things that people should be researching before they sit in the chair or for a consultation or anything?
Awesome question. A lot of times when people think of orthodontics, they always think of that's orthodontics for kids, and that's what it was for many, many years. And, you know, but it's not that way anymore. And I don't know the exact percentages of our practice, but when I first started out, it might have been 15% adults. And it's now getting, you know, maybe 30, 40.
Wow.
But it's given the opportunity for people of all ages. I've had braces on kids who were as young as 5 and had patients who were 85 or older. And for the young kids, you know, anytime a parent's worried about something with their bite, with their children, you know, I'm more than happy to have them come in. I was a pediatric dentist before I did orthodontics, and so I love seeing kids at any age. And, you know, we may not be doing braces early, but at least we'll get them in, talk to the kids, make them feel comfortable, what the sights and the sounds and smells, and get them accommodated so that when it is time down the road that they feel more comfortable, but more take care of some anxieties that the parents may have. And then, but for the older kids, you know, we like them about 6, 7, 8 years old when some of the permanent teeth start coming in so that we can, you know, assess and kind of plan for down the road.
Let's talk about the aftercare.
Right.
Because once you have a perfect smile, people tend to take for granted the hard work that you had to put in. So what are some key tips that people can take with them once they achieve that smile?
Well, I always try to stress to the patients, even at the beginning, that orthodontics is not just braces or just Invisalign, but it's also the retainers afterwards. And so when we finish a patient, We get them into retainers, and sometimes the retainers are bonded to the back sides of the teeth. So, almost always we have the removable ones, but they've got to wear those retainers, or otherwise their teeth are going to move. They can shift back to where they once were, and so it's real important to wear the retainers to maintain that new smile. I mean, our bodies grow till, basically we're 6 feet under. I mean, they may not grow as much as you are when you're an adolescent,
Yeah.
but just as much as our bodies and our joints can change with, as we get older, those changes can occur in the mouth, change the positions of your teeth. So retainers are what I tell patients for a lifetime.
They say you learn something new every day, and you really taught me something. I feel like every time I come here, I'm always learning different things, but knowing that there's always different moving parts in your body, so you're constantly growing no matter how old you are. Dr. John, I really appreciate you taking this time to
No problem.
educate us all.